What's going on, guys? Josh Baldwin here, and welcome back to Mad Money Millennial. On this channel, I offer personal finance tips as well as provide entrepreneurs with real-world financial knowledge, business coaching, motivation, and training. In this video, I wanted to cover some of the latest news regarding the recent pullback in the price of Bitcoin. Now, if you guys recall, back in 2017, we had the price point reaching close to around $20,000. Now, why was that? Well, back then, the idea of Bitcoin was still a very novel concept. You have to remember, prior to 2017, Bitcoin was just something thrown around computer programming Reddit forums. The price was being driven up by the enthusiasm of the people that Bitcoin would spike to $100,000 and make everyone rich.
Call them fun coupons.
The price was essentially being driven up by the motivation of the people already invested in it to buy even more. Not only that, but even the people who weren't quite sure about Bitcoin are now suddenly seeing these giant gains happening in a matter of months. And all of the people already invested in Bitcoin are saying, "Ha, I told you so." So now all of these investors are not only convincing other people to buy into the Bitcoin market, but buying even more themselves. Can you imagine what people were thinking when they were following their Apple stock making an average return of 43.5%? Yet Bitcoin just went up 200, 300, 400% in a matter of months? When it comes to Bitcoin, the volatility is so high that the psychology has an even greater effect than it normally would with a regular stock. Now, fast forward about 3 years to December of 2020, and you see Bitcoin once again break this historic $20,000 price point. And what do people do? Keyword historic. Have you ever heard history repeats itself? Well, the same concept applies in investing as well. It took 3 years to come back to this price, and people are like, all right, well then, what's to stop it from going up even more from here? Well, people were right. It did go up. In fact, on January 8th, Bitcoin hit a historic high of $42,000, effectively causing the market value to surge past $1 trillion. Well, now hold on. On January 20th, we had a significant shift in not only our political party, but our general economic direction as a country. Now, this is where I'm here to explain to you why you need to be extremely careful if you do plan to invest in any sort of cryptocurrency. So now you can kind of see how the psychology plays into the market. People getting nervous translates into economic uncertainty, and people don't buy anymore, they start to sell. So as a result, people that would have otherwise been buying up a ton of Bitcoin, just generating all of these increases, suddenly are stopping that. All right, so now you just see this kind of like ticker at the top saying it's testing the maximum, but it's not quite breaking it anymore. It's up and down. People aren't sure anymore. All right. Around 3 years ago, when it spiked up to $20,000 from like $3,000, people were like, oh my God. People were telling everyone about it. Their friends, their family, they were investing 50% of their net worth in it. Please don't do that. And so over the 3 years, I mean, you saw it go up and down. People weren't sure what was going to happen with the economy under Trump's administration. And now on January 20th, Biden just got inaugurated. So now our people are like, what's going to happen now with the cryptocurrency market? Is Biden going to sign another executive order saying this is hurting our economy and it's taking away from the US dollar and just wipe it clean so that it just doesn't even exist anymore? Are they going to start to regulate it? How extreme is his administration going to go is kind of the questions that you need to be asking yourself and doing research on. Now, as exciting as it may look to make short-term gains, you can also expect to as quickly make short-term losses. Now, according to David Yermak, a professor of finance at NYU, he said the only thing I can expect for sure is volatility. Well said, David. With each executive order that Biden signs over the next coming weeks, that will cause shifts in our economy. And with that will come uncertainty. That uncertainty is directly proportional to Bitcoin's volatility. Now, in terms of numbers, as of Thursday, Bitcoin slumped about 10% to a 10-day low. Under Biden's administration, Nervous traders fear tighter regulations over cryptocurrency. So on one hand, we have this strong historic performance over the last couple of years, particularly over the last couple of months, motivating everyone to buy. And on the other hand, we now have this large population of traders that aren't quite sure what might happen with the economy and under Biden's administration. And of course, we have this large portion of people previously invested in Bitcoin that are probably struggling financially due to the COVID virus, and they're withdrawing their funds to pay for other priorities. In summary, you have to make sure that you take the steps to protect yourself. Do not invest anything that you're not willing to lose. And please make sure whatever you do invest, you see it as giving you short-term gains. Remember volatility. My last advice I can give you guys is if you do choose to invest, be smart, focus on the psychology, pay attention to the markets, but always be cautious. All right, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, subscribe, comment, turn on post notifications, all of that good stuff. And as always, stay hustling, and I'll see you guys next week.